So, hi everyone, we're going on in our marathon talking about all the pieces that make us have base decision makings, which so brings us bad type of outcomes because having bad decision making, everyone gets that is correlated with having bad outcomes. I really expect you to help me by subscribing the video and posteriorly after did one, you see the whole other information that I kind of share in this channel and then we should go for the thematic of this video and what's going to be the base that we're going to talk about today, the Streisand effect, when censorship only fuels curiosity. That's one that's mainly particularly it's something that more happens with the the population that they're always they're kind of representative, the majority. It tends more to happen sometimes with the celebrities. So the best examples to explain how illustrative can be to you is by explaining using celebrity examples, but obviously always with the objective to be something valuable for you, trying to understand when you're more susceptible to that and how to fight. And that's all. What is the Streisand effect? It refers to an unintended consequence where an attempt to suppress information results in the information becoming far more publicized. So essentially, the act of trying to hide something only draws more attention to it. It's something that we see a lot. It's like something close with the cover effect that we will gonna talk about in that we have been talking in the posterior video, in the prior video. Then we have been saying that sometimes when you try to do something with good incentives or with good intentions, we kind of make it the situation worse when we're just trying to solve. In that case, we're trying to suppress information within results the information becoming far more publicized. So it's something that people don't like if it's something that can happen. So how this term was coined after it was kind after a 2003 incident involving a famous singer and actress Barbra Streisand in an effort to remove an aerial photograph of her home from online archive. Her legal action inadvertently brought widespread attention to the image. What was meant to be a private matter quickly became a topic of public interest, exemplifying so the paradox of censorship backfiring. While Barbra Streisand's case is the most famous, obviously there are many other instances where attempts to suppress information are only amplified, and we have internet censorship. Governments or organizations sometimes block certain websites or social media posts only for these posts to go viral as people share workarounds and discuss the censorship. That's something that happens a lot. Sometimes a government organization with the objective of not making a specific page going viral and then spreading some type of influence that they don't like, what they do is even they attract more attention to do it, and even their power to so kind of cut the potential of thrift from that type of pages, from that type of people. They've been like they have like a bad effect in short term always because the natural growth of this page probably will like take too much and much more long to thrift to so become people as it becomes when so it get cut and goes viral, because obviously people feels to get attracted and have curiosity to understand what so is the page that got cut from the government. So in short term, always the advantages in terms of if you're gonna get polarized between government and other influencers that have other type of perspectives from the society, the reality is in short term is always negative. But what sometimes it can result is that the objective of this main objective of that the incentive from government is so to stimulate uh, the presence of this type of influencers, and the influence that it can have in long term. In the long term, that obviously comes with the natural growth that the social media type of accounts or a YouTube channel can and needs, so because it's the journey to build a image that has influence, that has ability to influence, needs to be built in a lot of work. And then what can create is that neither this type of action in long-term gains, because this attractiveness can generate people feeling like that they want to face this type of identities, this type of organizations, because we have sometimes the kind of the polarization between the strongest ones, the ones that have the ability to have censorship, the ability to so do what they want, and other ones that seems more to rivalize. And then what sometimes is great is that people can create memes, people start even promoting, people try to replace so the influencers and pages that were blocked and do so all is the same. And sometimes what happens is that by being so much, it's kind of hard to spending time trying to block everyone. So it's like someone's got cut, but let so the things that were let like the seeds that were enough to make whole other ones thrive in more quantities. So obviously people in the internet they're seek for attention, and if they understood that the government kind of got attracted enough to so cut and block some specific influencers, they try to do the same. And then so we have these propagations then is more difficult to control. It's basically trying to cut something, doing something with the objective in mind, and by doing it we even make it worse. And then we have as well other examples. We have corporate scandals when companies tries to silence whistleblowers or suppress negative news. It often sparks a broader investigation and media coverage, bringing so even more scrutiny to the issue. Because a lot of the interests they comes with wanting to they need to have attention. Social media, people in social media, they require the attention of the people. News, they want the attention of the people, and obviously if internet sponsorship that the government can do towards so a specific type of groups, it creates it's something that's scarce and the government doesn't do for everything. And then so it attracts so the the attention of people, then they go to work in that case because it's something that creates audience for him, brings attention as well for him. It's like the reason for the trends, people enjoying the trends. We see a trend and we want to surf the wave. It's something that it's normal. And then by surfing the wave, we bring so much more information, much more people going and exploring the case, which obviously by so much people exploring the things, basically we have all the point of views from a situation, and the situation is totally desiccated, and obviously bad things can come through the tone that will not be expected if all that intention was not so bring to the situation. And this mainly so can be like the best example is celebrity privacy. Similar to Streisand's cases, many celebrities find that legal attempts to maintain privacy result in greater public interest and a flood of unauthorized information. Example, someone has photos that are naked and they kind of do a tweet or whatever it is, trying to say that whatever someone kind of publishes their type of naked photos for in internet, they will kind so to search and block these people or kind of so put them in law, which so people by seeing it will even create more curiosity to explore it actively than what in the past they probably would just seek with and like unintentionally. And then so is one of the best examples that we can use. And then why does this reasons effect happen? Curiosity when information is labeled as secret or suppressed. So as scarce, we tend to perceive something that's scarce as more valuable, and then so people become naturally curious with more curiosity, trying to seek for this information that is labeled as secret or suppressed. Media amplification, efforts to censor or hide information often attract media attention, which in turn speeds spreads the content even further because media attention they want so as well more attention for them, and so they're going to work with these cases, these trends, these topics of the that are hot, and then so the situation is more desiccated. And we have so collective actions in the digital age. Communities really quickly kind of so they rally quickly against perceived censorship. People don't like it, sharing the information widely as a form of protest or solidarity. And this so obviously some specific examples. This specific type of collective action tends to happen. And then what can be the lesson and strategies for you? Transparency. Sometimes being upfront and transparent can prevent the situation from escalating. And this is often not just for this, can happen as well with relationships, like discussions, can happen to a lot of things. Measured response. Instead of heavy-handed censorship, consider a more balanced approach to address concerns without drawing undue attention. Digital savvy. Recognize that in today's connected world, attempts to control information can be very challenging and often counterproductive. And then I expect I've made you a bit more smarter with this video, make you a bit more consciousness, and I expect you as well to help me by subscribing and seeing other videos. Be a better person and see you in the next one.